Welcome dear students in Python programming course. In this session, we are going to discuss Python course information, course objectives and its outcome, then theory syllabus discussion and also lab course syllabus discussion. Let's start with course information. For this course, your course type is CBOTP. Course code is CA-CBOTP-3A. Total course credit is 2, means at the end of this semester you have to earn 2 credits. Next is examination scheme. All of you know that there are internal exams and university exams are there. For internal exams, you have to secure maximum 15 marks, whereas for university exam, you have to secure maximum 35 marks. Course objectives. 2 objectives are there. Introduce various concepts of programming to the students using Python. Apply the problem solving skills using Python. Next is course outcomes. On completion of the course, you will be able to express expertise in the handling of strings and functions, determine the methods to create and manipulate Python programs by utilizing the data structures like lists, dictionaries, tuples, and sets, and also identify the commonly used operations involving file systems and regular expressions. This is Python theory syllabus. Python is a high-level, interpreted, interactive, and object-oriented scripting language. In Unit 1, we are going to discuss some introductory part about Python programming language, where we will discuss why Python is useful in computational science, why Python is important, and different application areas of Python. After that, next topic is basics of Python, where we will discuss what is identifiers, reserved words, use of single line and multi-line statements, and how to add comments. Next is input or output with print function. Next subtopic is how to execute programs through command line by passing some arguments and how these command line arguments are get processed. After that, standard data types, which already you studied in many programming languages. Apart from that, new data types are also introduced here, such as none type, etc. Then basic operators, membership operators, such as in and not in, identity operators like is and is not, which are new here. Next is operator precedence and control statements such as if else, etc. Loops such as while or for loop. Then loop control statements such as break, continue and pass. For this unit, we require total 6 hours. Unit 2 is Python strings. For this unit, total 4 hours are required. Strings are amongst the most popular types in Python. Here, we are going to discuss string special operations, formatting operators, types of quotes such as single quotes, double quotes or triple quotes, and some built-in methods. Under this unit, one more topic is there, that is list. It is the most versatile data type available in Python. In this topic, we will discuss how to create list and apply different operations such as accessing elements, reverse, update or delete the list elements. Next subtopic is functional programming tools like filter, map and reduce functions. We can also use lists for stack and queue data structure. Next, third unit is Python tuples, sets and dictionary, which requires 5 hours. A tuple is a sequence of immutable Python objects. Tuples are sequences just like lists. Here we are going to discuss how to create, update, delete or access tuple elements, then various built-in tuple functions. We can also apply indexing, slicing on tuples. Matrices are also handled with the help of tuples. Next is sets and its operations. After that, next topic is dictionary. It is just like a key value pair and it is mutable. Here we are going to discuss how to create, access, update, delete dictionary elements and some built-in functions and methods of dictionary. Unit 4 is functions, which requires 5 hours. Functions provide better modularity for your application and a high degree of code reuse. In your previous semester, you studied functions. In this unit, we are going to discuss how to define function, function arguments, scope of variable in function and its basic rules, call by reference, anonymous functions, recursive functions, lambda forms, and then how to create function objects, function duck typing and polymorphism, generators and iterators. Unit 5 is files and directories, which requires 3 hours. All of you know that file is a collection of information and files are generally stored in directories. Here we will discuss how to create file, then various operations on file such as open, close, read or write into the file. We can also check file object attributes, file position, file types, etc. We can perform operations such as remove file from directory, copy or rename the file, then splitting the path names, creating and moving directories from one path to another, or traverse the directories. Using file, we can find out word count, means total number of words in a file, or copy file from one location to another location. This chapter covers all the basic I/O functions available in Python. Unit 6 is classes and objects, which requires 6 hours. Python has been an object-oriented language since the time it existed. Due to this, creating and using classes and objects are downright easy. As Python supports object-oriented programming feature, we can define class with data member and member functions. All these properties and behaviors are bundled into objects. One of the key part of object-oriented programming is encapsulation, which involves packaging of variables and related functions in one simple to use object, that is the instance of class. A concept related to this is data hiding. It is a mechanism of hiding the data of a class from outside world or from other classes. Next topic is garbage collection. Python deletes unneeded objects, built-in data, built-in types or class instances automatically to free the memory space. The process by which Python periodically recovers block of memory that no longer are in use is garbage collector. Then next topic is operator overloading, means redefine the meaning of operator. Next is inheritance. It is a way of arranging objects. An object inherits from another object. Recursive calls. All of you know that a function calling itself is recursive call. Then next, class variables, methods and static method. In detail we have to discuss. This chapter helps you become an expert in using Python's object-oriented programming support. Unit 7 is exceptions, requires total 2 hours. Python provides important features, exceptions, which handles any unexpected error in your Python program. These unexpected errors are handled with the help of try, finally, raise exception, and also user can define their own exceptions. This is your Python theory syllabus. Here, 7 reference books are given along with some e-books. You may refer it. Now we'll discuss Python programming laboratory syllabus. Course information. For practical, your course type is CBOTP and course code is CA-CBOPP-3A. Here also 2 course credits you have to earn. Examination scheme is also same, that is internal exams you have to secure maximum 15 marks and for university exam you have to secure maximum 35 marks. This is your sample Python assignments. Here all the concepts which we learn at the time of theory, here in this assignment you have to apply all these concepts, and total there are 31 sample assignments are there. So here at the end of this semester you have to complete all these assignments. In this session we discussed course information, its objectives and outcomes, then discussion about theory syllabus and also lab course syllabus discussion. In next session, we will discuss our first unit, Introduction to Python Scripting. Thank you. Stay safe. Have a nice day.